What is going on, everybody? It's, of course, Dan and Mike here with the KellyCast, and we just wanted to announce, with our content, there's been a little bit of a change.
Absolutely. You guys asked for it. We're delivering.
More Bills content coming soon. We'll take you around the league when there's headlines, but we know you guys aren't ready for that yet, so that'll be for another day. We'll see you soon. Enjoy this week's video.
Can't wait to see you.
That's not how this works. We can't see them, they see us.
Oh, yeah.
But we're back, of course. You know, Bills.
Good to be back.
Some Bills news in the NFL, some news around the league. We're going to have a short coming out that Mike wants to film. I'm not going to let him forget about that. So that will release before this. If you haven't seen it, I'm probably going to play it at the beginning of this video as well. So if you want, just skip to the time frame I have listed to get to, you know, our little thoughts here. Mike, we're wearing the same jersey today. And I know you're wondering why, and everybody wants to know.
It started with the mustaches. You copied me with the mustaches. Now you're copying me with the jersey. Come on.
Excuse me?
Yes, no. Sir.
You got the full going on. I just got the half, man.
No, I'm not talking about this one. Previous episode. The Dirk Diggler days.
You weren't allowed to have the mustache thanks to the wife. I don't want to hear it. But the reason I decided to wear the same jersey as you today, well, there's two reasons. One, you wore a jersey that I also have. There's not that many that we have the same of.
Well, Josh Allen, too.
That's the other one, yep. And the second reason is you keep calling yourself the co-host and me the host. Yeah. So the reason that I wore the Von Miller jersey is so that people could not tell us apart today, because we are both the co-hosts of the KellyCast.
Oh, yeah, we are both. No. You're the host and I'm the co-host.
No,
I like it.
Whatever.
You run the show. It's awesome. I love it. Yay, I get to take direction for once.
Let's get into the news of the week. And you all know where we're starting. I hope this comes out soon. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit this immediately, dude.
Of course, because this guy was recruiting them, right?
DeAndre Hopkins flat out released from the Arizona Cardinals, costing them $22.6 million.
That was super surprising to hear. Super surprising.
Exactly.
When you texted me, man, I was like, what?
Now, the craziest thing to me comes in the fact that they were not willing to trade DeAndre Hopkins for anything less than a first-round pick. Now, mind you, in 2019, a 27-year-old DeAndre Hopkins was traded from the Houston Texans to the Arizona Cardinals. Do you remember the compensation?
No, I don't.
It was a second-round pick and David Johnson, the running back that was pretty decent for Arizona for a short period of time. If you could not get a first-round pick for DeAndre Hopkins when he was 27, what makes you think you're going to get a first-round pick for DeAndre Hopkins when he is 30?
Not just that, but they had the issue of salary, too. He was getting paid a large amount of money. So that's a tough sell, too, with a lot of teams, especially the teams that need and want him, though. The Bills. I mean, everybody needs him, right? He's D-Hop.
No, I don't think everybody could use his talents, but I mean, the thing that's crazy is just the fact that they weren't willing to trade him, right? They weren't willing to work with a team, because a lot of times when there's a guy that's getting paid this much and you trade him away, okay, you eat some of his salary and I will pay the rest.
And he said he didn't want to raise, too, if he got traded with the same salary. I read yesterday, actually.
Well, the question becomes, how much is he looking for? What does he want in a team?
I hope just enough money to come to Buffalo, whatever Magic Bean can do.
Now, we know certain teams who are interested, such as the Bills, such as the Chiefs, such as the Eagles, the superpowers of the NFL, right? So DeAndre Hopkins, now a free agent, able to speak with any team on the open market. If he wants money, he's not going to be able to win, because the Bills and the Chiefs, respectively, 31st and 32nd in the league in cap space.
Right.
So you decide.
When there's a will, there's a way, man.
You decide at age 30, do you want to win a Super Bowl, potentially, or do you want another major contract?
I I got paid enough, man. I want a ring. That's what it's supposed to be all about, right?
It's not how it always
I know
works.
not for everybody. I know not for everybody. Some of it's just about the money, and then they say it's about the ring, but they don't really care.
Now, going into Stephon Diggs, of course.
Yes.
Voluntary OTAs started last week for the Buffalo Bills, and this never really struck me as a problem unless you're young. And Stephon Diggs is going into his 4th season in Buffalo. He's going to be 29. He's 29 years old right now.
And how many seasons with Minnesota? So he's a very good vet. He's not going to show up to all of them. And then I heard the boys on the Buffalo local stations talking about you're not going to know if he shows up in the middle of the week anyways, because they don't let the media in.
5 seasons in Minnesota for Stephon Diggs, 4 seasons in Buffalo.
So 9 seasons.
Yeah, this is going to be his 9th season coming up. And, you know, it just doesn't strike me as a problem, right? Because you're having these younger players get these opportunities. If Diggs was there, right? He's taking all the number 1 team reps. You're not seeing Shorter. You're not seeing Shakir. You're not seeing Sherfield that was signed from Miami, you know, the guy with the the butt punt.
Yeah.
But not only that, Mike, not only is it that you and myself don't care that Diggs isn't there.
Right.
This is a time where players get hurt. This is a time where injuries do happen because players have been enjoying the offseason and, you know, haven't maybe not been taking care of themselves as well. The screen's green, but I think I'm turning green because color me green and call me the Hulk, Mike. The Bills are starting an unfamiliar face at middle linebacker at OTAs. Their starting middle linebacker is Dorian Williams.
That is pretty nuts.
Dorian Williams, the Bills' 5th round pick this year in 2023. He was the 13th linebacker selected in this year's draft. But my first question is, Terrell Bernard, who was taken in the 3rd round last year, who really impressed me throughout the preseason. I didn't see him much during the regular season. What does this say about him? You know, did he not bulk up during the season? Has he not grasped the playbook correctly?
Not have they don't have confidence.
I don't know.
I can talk today.
I don't know exactly why they would do this because this isn't a thing that the Bills do, right? They don't start rookies at these positions most of the time. You know, there's, I believe, only 2 Bills players that did not play there at the end of the season. One being Von Miller, who we're both wearing jerseys of right now, and we hope he comes back soon. But you got to remember, Von got hurt in November, December territory, and he tore his ACL.
Yeah,
so
true.
Expecting him back in week 1, I think, is a little crazy. High. Now they haven't disqualified it. And they're not going to tell us because that's how the Bills work.
Not.
The Bills are a very secretive team. It's insane to me, you know, how Buffalo. You want to tell me Buffalo's cunning? I've been living in Buffalo almost my entire life. I've never saw us described as cunning before.
Yeah. Well, McDermott era. Welcome to the new era, buddy. Right?
So he said don't expect him back any later than week 6. I think the most important thing.
I think that's even high expectations, but then again, maybe modern medicine, or maybe it wasn't as bad of a tear, but a tear is a tear, right? I'm not a doctor. You're not a doctor.
The most important thing is just that he comes back healthy. The Bills are going to need him for the playoff push.
Can't wait.
I don't care if he comes back week 7, to be honest. I want to see him back on the football field, but not at the risk of his own health.
By week, right?
I'd hope so. And the other player being Micah Hyde, who could have potentially came back if the Bills would have beaten the Cincinnati Bengals. He was almost in discussion to come back that week anyway. Right. Now, would it have made a difference? I don't know. The Bills got stomped in that game.
Is he going to be informed, though? You know, it's going to take him a while. I mean,
he's a professional.
White. Yeah, look at White, man. It's taking White a little bit, even.
Matt Araiza. Matt Araiza. Now, this is something I wanted to talk about ever since the news broke because you and me were discussing this when it happened last year. Of course, everybody was during the Bills preseason, and everybody butchered the guy before.
And what did I say, real quick? I know I'm butting in, but what did I say? I said, let's let that play out. I said, look what they did to Patrick Kane here in Buffalo. Look what they did to the other Kane. in Buffalo. Both were thrown out or same situation. So I think it's garbage that the public crucifies anybody. And I don't want to get too political. This is a sports show, so it's not opinion. We won't go there.
We completely go opinions. That's all we talk about.
It's just my opinion, but I won't go political with this because it seems like where it's going to head with my thoughts. But I think that it's total trash that people automatically see guilt, and it needs to stop happening.
And you mentioned one thing there.
A young man lost his entire career possibly, and I hope to God that he gets a role in the NFL again.
You mentioned one thing there that I want to highlight, and that's the public. The public image in today's NFL is something that, we haven't seen before. It kind of is reborn every year. There's new standards, there's new things you have to watch out for. And with, the craziness of Antonio Brown and Henry Ruggs and all these players making the headlines for the wrong reasons, you see this happen with Matt Araiza last year. And the Bills, I don't know if they did the right thing or the wrong thing, because I don't know what happened behind closed doors. I do know they talked with Araiza's legal team, attorneys and stuff like that, and they did not agree with where they were going. Now, hey, maybe the Bills were wrong. And I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the fact that what you said, Matt Araiza deserves a chance in the NFL. Because what was determined in this case was, yes, the woman, I believe, was underage. He wasn't there, the night of the happening, but she lied. She lied. And that's what happened to this guy who was going to be a potential NFL great. We are going into the 2023 season this year. Buffalo, once again, expected to be a Super Bowl. I don't know if the Bills are even that anymore. I don't think the media portrays the Bills as Super Bowl contenders anymore. I think that's great because I don't want to be the number one team. I don't want to be thought of as the number one team because, Mike, most analysts, NFL guys that are reporting today have Kansas City ahead of Buffalo, have Cincinnati ahead of Buffalo. Some of them have the Chargers ahead of Buffalo. Some of them have the Dolphins ahead of Buffalo.
I'll tell you what, if they, which they won't, and you and I both know it. I mean, rumors aside, but I think it's fairly been proven. So Josh has said that he's more focused than ever. So,
but according to you, he says that every year.
I did say that. But if that's true, watch out, everybody. Watch out.
Hey,
he's girlfriend free. He's single.
He's not single. Haley Steinfeld.
Whatever.
No, not Seinfeld. I know you're old and you want to talk about Jerry Seinfeld. It's Steinfeld with a T.
I have to look up this girl when you're done.
She's drop dead gorgeous.
Whatever.
Anyway,
regardless.
What I wanted to talk about is another quote from Josh Allen this offseason, where he said, I need to start playing like a quarterback instead of a football player. Because he's always looked at himself as a football player. He always says that kind of thing, like regarding why he plays the way he does, why he hurdles people, why he trucks over defensive linemen, why he plays the style that he does. Thank you for tuning in to episode 8 of the KellyCast. Myself and Mike, we're happy to bring it to you as news comes out during the offseason. As headlines come out, we'll be here for you. We'll be here to talk about it. We want to thank you for coming out. Appreciate your support. Mike, say something stupid.
Something stupid as always. Oh, don't forget to watch my Backstage Pass stuff. And don't forget to like, share, follow, comment. Subscribe. All of that stuff, guys. You know you can do it. I know you're on there scrolling Facebook all day long.
That's just you, bro. Other people are out there living a life, man.
Baloney. I've been almost hit 7 times on my way to work because somebody's scrolling on Facebook. Get out of here.
Anyway, for Mike, for myself, this has been the KellyCast. We'll see you next time. Pleasure as always.
Always. Love you, buddy.